You can go out there and tell them, I want to get out and be on probation. I don't care what you guys want to do. The disrespect that y'all are showing to the officers, I can assume what these are going to say, because y'all are all out there. It's the same group that's doing all the same thing, fighting, not following instructions, talking back, calling names. I'm going to read all of that. And let me tell you, if you have one between right now and your sentencing, I will not accept this plea agreement.
Today we've got a teen punk who thought acting tough in prison meant disrespecting guards and bragging about it like it was some kind of badge of honor. Instead, he and his little inmate crew got caught red-handed writing pages of nonsense about harassing staff, like that was going to make them legends. The moment Judge West read that report, you could see the shift. That smug look disappeared fast when she reminded him she could toss his plea deal and hand him 20 years without blinking. Still, he sat there with that same cocky energy, thinking his age somehow shields him. But in that courtroom, youth isn't protection. It's proof you still haven't learned. Do you think this younger generation even understands accountability anymore? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now let's get into it.
Thank you, Ms. Malfino. All right, sir, are you Camden Jackson? And Mr. Harris, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me just a second to get that. Mr. Jackson, in cause number 20, all right, y'all marked third degree on the paperwork, but the indictment says second. I just want to make sure it's the mark correctly.
I just looked at it sideways.
Okay, so that should be second degree.
Yes, Your Honor.
If with everybody's permission, I'll make that change on the paperwork.
Yes.
Okay.
And apologies for my handwriting because it's horrible.
It's hard on the tablet. You're good. All right, so you're charged in cause number 25 DCCR 0114 with the second degree felony offense of engaging in organized criminal activity from January 10th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Harris?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 7-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, which could include me ordering you to some upfront treatment, or like ISF or something like that. And it looks like that's what the state's going to be requesting. Do you understand? And that decision's up to me when we come back for sentencing. Do you also understand, excuse me, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection, Your Honor.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Jackson's not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Jackson, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you, your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing.
This dude's got that cold, empty stare that just screams, I've completely checked out of reality. Like, bro, blink twice if there's still someone in there. And don't even get me started on that hair. He deserves 10 years, just for that disaster alone. Judge West decides to hit pause and reset the case, probably because something about his whole vibe doesn't sit right. It's wild how people think a blank face and fake calm make them look composed when, honestly, it just makes them look straight up creepy. Some folks really believe silence equals strength, but sometimes it just screams guilt. What do you guys think? Is he just numb? Or does he really not care about anyone but himself? Let's dive back in and find out.
Before we go forward, can you look real quick, jail incident reports, and see if there's any on this one?
And Judge, I was, if I may, going to address that. between January and the end of February, so obviously we've had quite some time that either they have not gotten to my file or the court's file. There were at least 8 pages full of write-ups. I would ask the court, Mr. Jackson committed this offense 6 days after he turned 19. It's obviously very serious. He was with a co-defendant, Mr. Bushnell, who's already entered a plea involving firearms, etc. I would ask if the court would consider your usual admonishment of, if that behavior continues pending the PSI, that I reserve the right, as does the court, to just reject this offer and possibly send him to prison.
Mr. Jackson, you're probably, I don't know if you're in the same dorm as some of the other ones that have been
Yes.
absolutely ridiculous acting up in the jail.
Yes.
So there's somebody, I think it was last week, that came in with a deal like this for a probation, and he didn't get it, and he's sitting back out at that jail. I do not have to accept this plea agreement. I'm going to read every single one of those jail incident reports. The disrespect that y'all are showing to the officers, I can assume what these are going to say, because y'all are all out there. It's the same group that's doing all the same thing, fighting, not following instructions, talking back, calling names. I'm going to read all of that. And let me tell you, if you have one between right now and your sentencing, I will not accept this plea agreement. I'm sick of it. The jail's sick of it. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make that place a better place for those people to go work who are out there just trying to do their job. Do you understand? One. We're not going to come in and say it was somebody else's fault. I only got 1, or I got 3, and that's not that bad. You can go out there and tell them, I want to get out and be on probation. I don't care what you guys want to do. I'm going to behave. If you have to sit on your bunk all day long and be quiet for the next 5 weeks, then that's what you do. Right? 5 weeks, rest of your life. What do you think? Show me you can do it, okay? All right, and go back with the bailiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Man, the fact that Judge West has to talk to these 19-year-old grown men like they're toddlers is insane. It's literally like watching daycare in lockdown. He's basically saying, use your words, not your fists, and somehow that's still too deep for them to process. At this point, stop treating them like kids. They wanted to play gangster. Now they can deal with the big boy consequences. What kills me is that this kid's more worried about looking tough than fixing his life. Like prison isn't punishment anymore. It's just a stage for his ego. Stupidity doesn't stop. It just keeps running laps. And here's the kicker. Judges can legally reject a plea deal if they think you're not taking it seriously. That means you could be smiling your way into an extra decade behind bars. So tell me, does this kid look like he's learned a single thing here? Or are we just watching the same movie on repeat? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.